Yo, y'all, it's been hella slow this week with sneaker sales. I'm not gonna lie. I have gone offers on a few good shoes. I'm gonna show y'all the shoes I've gone offers on, and I'm gonna show y'all some cool shoes I have right now and how I'm planning to sell them and stuff like that. So right now the inventory is super slim. Not gonna lie, I did get someone that was trying to sell me some pairs yesterday, but I think he probably thought I was lowballing, but just I gotta be like super particular on my buyouts. I cannot be paying like StockX like full ask payout like often. Like I gotta pay like round bid payout on stuff just so I can, you know what I'm saying, make money, because I usually sell my stuff on eBay, so they take 8%. So if I'm gonna cash someone out like on 10 pairs, it doesn't make sense for me to pay them like, they gotta show love. They got blessed a little bit because I'm showing love by copping a bunch of pairs at once. But obviously I appreciate anyone who sells to me like a lot. Like obviously I wouldn't be able to get inventory if it wasn't for people who sold to me, so I do appreciate you if you have sold to me. But these I just got an offer on. The guy, not gonna lie, the guy that was interested in these though, he's just looking for a deal, I can tell. And on a pair like this, I am not looking to give like a deal. I'm looking for like a market, you know what I'm saying? I was really wanting more, but market tanked on me. This is a pair that I've already showed y'all a few times, but this is a CPFM Air Force. Very clean, very hard to come by too, size 11 dead stock. So yeah, very cool shoe, very rare shoe to come by. One shoe that I'm gonna make a good profit on, I've already talked about this shoe a million times, but whenever, you know what I'm saying, my capital gets low or whatever, honestly, I'm just gonna take the next offer for like around 550 range. And you know what I'm saying, for some reason the shoes has been sitting for a while, maybe because of the size, I don't know. I feel like this expensive shoes, like $500 plus, have been very slow to move lately. These shoes I overpaid on. I'm gonna be happy whenever I sell them, both size 12. I got greedy on this one. This shoe's actually a really cool pair. Jordan 4 neon, I'm saying size 12 but used, super clean though, no star loss, really clean shoe. Pretty much these are supposed to mimic the 95 Air Maxes but in a Jordan 4, so I think that's really cool. Definitely a clean shoe. Let me know what y'all think about these in the comments down below. I would actually maybe keep these if they're my size, but I paid too high. I paid like $250 or something like that for these, which is way too high. Like, yeah, it's way too high for a used pair of these. I should not have paid that high. That was my bad. I was paying like we're in COVID sneaker market or something, but yeah, we are not in COVID sneaker market at all anymore. And then these, I just paid too much on. I don't know why I paid like $140 on these, which, you don't think it'd be bad because brand new market's around $250, but really the sales are around $200. So really they're selling for $200 brand new. These are like worn once, pretty clean, but size 12 with OG box and stuff. I paid $140 though, which is too high. On a shoe like this, I gotta pay like $100, and I'd probably sell them for like $140 to be real. So yeah, paid too high, but it is what it is. I probably sell them for around what I paid. Now these two grade school Kobe's I actually paid pretty fair on. I actually sold most of the lot. I got these size 7Y brand new Dodger Kobe's. You know what I'm saying, that's a shoe that's still Kobe's. Kids are still like really into Kobe's and stuff right now compared to Jordans, where most kids are just not really into Jordans like that anymore. And back in the day, whenever Yeezys came out, they said that was a big joke, like Yeezy jumped over Jumpman, because Yeezys were definitely hotter than Jumpman and definitely running the sneaker game at a point in time. But now like Jordans kind of took back over around 2018, 2019, and 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Now we're in 2026, and Kobe's, Asics, On Clouds, stuff like that is running the sneaker game, not Jordans, unfortunately. But it's just, it's not even unfortunately, I really don't care. I'm saying, I just think it's cool to wear what you like. And honestly, obviously I like Jordans and I love Jordans and they're stylish and stuff, but I honestly get why people aren't wearing them as much, just because, what I'm saying, like they're not as comfortable as a lot of these other shoes. And also, yeah, just stuff like that. Also, most kids didn't like grow up watching Michael Jordan, even though he's like a legendary basketball player. So I think he always, anyone who plays basketball is going to have to know who Michael Jordan is. But yeah, also I paid too high on these too. I paid too high on a lot of shoes. And yeah, I'm just trying to like not do that anymore, honestly. I pay like, I think like $270 or $260 on these. Right now market's around $220 or $230, so I'm probably going to take like a $30-$40 hit. And that just is what it is, it happens sometimes. Probably if you keep up with the videos, you probably think, dang, this guy loses a lot on the shoes. But no, I do make money on most of my shoes. Or I usually make money, if anything, break even. But just some of those shoes I've been sitting in my inventory that I'm just trying to liquidate, I did pay too high on, and that just is what it is, y'all. I only have 2 SBs left in the inventory, which is kind of unfortunate. I definitely need to find some more SBs to buy, because that is a shoe that still moves very well, depending, whatever. Also special shoes like CPFM, those usually move. I don't know, I haven't really been able to move those though, surprisingly, just really the price. I've gone off for around $450 for them, but I paid $460, so I gotta sell them for like $550 on eBay, and then after 8% fees I make like $520. that'll leave me like a $60 type profit. So you know what I'm saying, just a quick little 60 bucks probably on that shoe. Then these two are used Space Jams. Hopefully we'll sell those. These are Space Jam lows though. Later on this year, the Space Jam highs are coming out, which that is a Jordan that will sell out, even though I was just talking about how Jordans aren't as hype and stuff anymore, especially with the younger kids. But yeah, y'all, pretty slow day today. I'm just gonna edit up some shorts right now. I made a top 10 back to school sneaker list, so go watch that video if you are going back to school. But if you're not, still go watch that video because I gave some good sneaker ideas, whether you just need a pair of shoes for whatever, for day to day or whatever. And yeah, I put some good options in there. So I think like I'll hint one of the shoes. I put an ASIC in there that I actually like. I'm actually thinking about getting a pair of those. But I just don't need no sneakers right now. I got enough sneakers. As you can see, I got enough sneakers. I got Breads, Military Blue 4s, some S3 pairs, SBs, Yeezys, stuff like that. I got more shoes that aren't even there. All right, y'all boys, currently editing this video. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. I'm gonna end off the video here though. So stay tuned for more fire videos, y'all. God bless. Peace.